Hey friends, and welcome to this week's video. So today I'm starting to tackle some serious organization in my kitchen, but first I'm starting by cleaning it up because, well, it's pretty typical, it's always a mess. So we're going to do some cleaning and some major organizing of some of the most messy areas in my kitchen. This is the first of probably 2, maybe even 3 videos, so if you are in the same boat and your kitchen needs some serious decluttering, cleaning, and organization, then this is going to be a great video for you, and I hope you enjoy. Hello everybody. So another Sunday, another project. I am in my kitchen because first of all I need to clean it. It's not the best right now, and I have been putting off organizing my cabinets, the pantry, and things like that for quite some time now because it is such a daunting task. I've got to take everything out and put everything back in all organized, but first I just want to start with a blank slate and have it clean. So once I do that, I'm going to take out all the things that I got from Amazon. Len, can you not play in that right now? Lenny, I already fed them. I already fed them this morning. You can feed them lunch. So I will, once I get this clean, I'm going to take out all of the organization stuff that I got from Amazon and some things that I already had here, and then kind of get an idea of how I want to do it because...
Do you want a bunny in here?
What?
Do you want a bunny?
Do I want a bunny in this picture? Sure. So anyway, I don't really know how I want to do it yet because there's so much stuff. But we're just gonna get to work and see how it goes. You look so cute. We're gonna get to work and see how it goes. I'm not gonna get it all done today. I know that, and that's totally okay. So whether this video is done in segments or whether I just come back multiple days and do it in one video, we'll find out. But let's get started. You wanna help me clean up?
Yeah.
If this is your first time stopping by my channel, hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here, and I do hope if you like what you see, you decide to stick around. My name is Denise. I am a stay-at-home working mom to 4 children, 4 and under. I have 2 girls and 2 boys. The boys are 10 weeks old, and Lenora is almost 4. She's sitting next to me, and Theo is a 1.5 years. So we spend the majority of our spare time completely renovating our house that we bought last April. So this is a 1968 ranch house, and when we purchased it, it was in its original glory, and we have spent every day pretty much since we've moved in trying to make this house everything that we wanted from it. So if you guys like renovations, extreme transformations, home decor, and things like that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then also follow us over on Instagram where we post a lot more stuff daily rather than once a week.
Is my body electric for reasons to make a mistake? Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I'm feeling? What else can make me feel this way? This must be love that I'm feeling.
Let me tell you this, let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning.
So I'm starting by scrubbing my stovetop with the Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day, a surface scrub, I believe it's called. This was the first time I'd used it. I placed a new order with Grove and got a bunch of new products that I haven't tried before, and I actually really like this. I typically use the Barkeeper's Friend scrub or cream cleanser, and this was awesome. Worked just as well, and it smelled super good, so I love this stuff.
Taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life, and what you give is worth it. When you're holding me, when you hold me so close, I want further in under your skin. Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther.
So because I try to be as open and candid with you guys as I possibly can, even though the majority of my channel is just focused around cleaning videos, I know a lot of you guys love my dogs. You love seeing them in these videos because, hey, you're like me and you're dog people. Today is Sunday. Friday evening, Bella started showing some major signs of decline, you know, as though she's nearing the end of her life. Yesterday was a really difficult, a really emotional day for me, which is why I'm just now editing Sunday afternoon. You know, we're never ready when our dog's time is up, and I don't have a whole lot to say because honestly, yesterday I went through the ringer and felt all of the emotions. I'm sitting here right next to her right now and just keeping her company, but she's probably not going to be with us for very much longer. And I just wanted to say thank you to those of you who've always been so kind and so sweet when you mention her or Ox in my videos and you notice them, because they have been the light in my life for so long. Bella's 13 and she's been with me through everything. So I just thought I'd let you guys know the state that she's in, and thank you for always being so kind.
You needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotion. Sometimes I'm the lightning, don't wanna pick a fight with.
Not perfect. Unfortunately, this unit here is, I think, supposed to be standing up, and then it has a little spot here where you can screw it in and then it's stationary, but it doesn't fit properly here because this isn't the right height. John's getting ready to feed the baby. So if it sits right here, then the handles come out here, and then they don't come out easily if they're this way. So anyway, The point is, at least all the pots and pans that I use regularly are easily accessible. They're not stacked like 12 high. This is easy to get out. And then this is like our pasta pot. And then everything is at least like, you don't have to lift the whole thing up to get it out. You can just like come here and slide this out. Come here and slide this out, and they're not all lying on each other. So no, it's not perfect, but this is way better than it was. You okay? It hurts when you fall down, huh? There's a lot going on here. John's feeding the babies. Theo just fell down because Lenny tried to give her a hug and knocked her over. So we're just trying to get by, right? You okay? So I just cleaned out underneath the sink, and I found the peel and stick wallpaper that I used for the basement. I have some leftovers from the laundry room, so I'm gonna line the bottom of this with the paper and just give it like a fresh start. This is really old linoleum from when the house was original, so I'm just gonna give it a nice clean slate, right? Yeah.
You like me too. We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. Canceled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be.
If you guys are interested in any of the organization systems or units that I used, I will have or try to have everything linked in my Amazon store down in the description box.
Stuck on you. I love the things you did for me. For me, it seems like you're dropping clues. There's no need to rush, so let's just take our time. Dropping everything, 'cause you're stuck on my mind. My mind. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. So just sit with me, talking through the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think you were meant to be.
Forward, but much, much cleaner now that I put the contact paper down. So this is my carry caddy for when I'm cleaning around the house, with my cleaning gloves back there, some Murphy's oil soap, and then way back here is a big bag of baking soda in case I ever need it. And then in this little caddy is all of our carpet cleaning supplies, and then the jet dry for the dishwasher. And then in this one, I just have an extra hand soap, garbage bags, some magic erasers, just a couple extra cleaning supplies, some Goo Gone, and my dishwashing gloves. And then in here is the stuff I use like the most on a regular basis. So my Dawn Power Wash, Soft Cleanser, Barkeeper's Farm products, Soft Scrub, and Dust, Stainless Steel Cleaner, things like that. And then here is going to be my microfiber cloths and all of my e-cloths. So once those come out of the wash, I will put them in there. But there's nothing outside of these cubbies except for those super big things back there, and I think this is gonna work out really, really well. I love taking advantage of the vertical space. If the dishwasher wasn't here, that would probably, maybe I would put a second one in, but I think this is gonna be more than enough. But yeah, super quick, super easy, and really inexpensive.
Talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be.
And now it's finally time to get working on this pantry of ours. There is so much amazing storage in this pantry, but it has just been kind of a huge mess since we moved in. Everything really isn't where I want it, but I'm still trying to work on the best place for each, category, I guess, of food. So I'm just going to go through here and start and give it my best shot for now, and then we'll go from there as I use it.
Calling me,
Okay, so right now I'm just making a list of all of the nuts, the grains, seeds, lentils, and things of that nature that are all kind of loose and take up a lot of space in the cabinet. So I'm making a list of everything that I need, and I'm going to be making labels on my Cricut. I have the Explore Air 2, which I've really been loving, and I'm doing a lot of projects which I plan on taking you guys along with in the next, upcoming videos. I'm really excited about the giant pantry situation, not pantry, my linen closet in the hallway. So stay tuned for that video. And yeah, I just decided to make some super simple black and white labels, and I love the way they turned out.
I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're ballin'. Oh no, I don't even care to doubt. I'll see you in a while, 'cause this time I will choose you, yeah. I'll choose.
So I don't know about you guys, but I've always had the best of intentions to have an organized and well put together pantry, even though I've never actually had a pantry. I'm not even sure you can consider this one, but it's an awesome shelving unit that works really, really well as a pantry. But this I find to be so satisfying and everything I had always wanted out of a pantry. It may seem silly to some if you've never tried it before, because I haven't either, but by organizing all of these things and keeping them out in the open and labeled, it just makes life so much easier instead of digging through all of the bags in the pantry. They also kind of would get stuck in the back. I would have things back there I didn't even know I had, so I would just keep buying new ones, and I had a lot of doubles in here, which kind of drove me nuts, but it feels really nice to have everything completely cleared out and organized now. So if you guys have been putting it off, I highly recommend taking a couple of days like I did and just getting to it.
And they tell me to move on, 'cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose you, yeah. Now choose.
Alright, so I thought I'd show you guys this. I was looking for something flat to lay on top of these other little trays that I have the canned goods set in, and I don't really have like a plastic or acrylic or anything like that, but these I had. They were on the back of some picture frames that I just bought, so I'm just gonna take this like carry handle off and set it down and see if this works. Sometimes you just have to get creative and find some weird stuff around your house that's gonna work. So let's see if it does.
You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk 'cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out, then I'm right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway, waiting for
So these labels are some of my favorite, though they're still super simple and black and white. I love the way they turned out. I thought they were a little extra special. The print and cut feature on the Cricut is probably one of my new favorites. I bought some sticker paper and basically just printed the design I made on my computer printer and then put it through the Cricut, and it cut the labels out. So I love the way they turned out. Even though it was a super simple project, it made me really happy.
Without you, everything we were was just so pretty, pretty enough to almost make me blind. Still denying everything you told me. I'll repeat it in my mind. All our memories goes on and on, flashing up like disco lights on and on. The dance floor where I met you, I danced all alone. Nothing left to prove, yeah, I'm dancing till my feet can feel the ground. Wishing I still dance with you. I feel so lonely now, walking through the cold streets where you used to hold me. You know it's been a while ever since I saw you. Oh baby, everything we were was just so pretty, pretty enough to almost make me blind. Still denying.
So my spice cupboard is just a wreck, and I know that I'm not the only person who has a spice cupboard that looks like this. It's easy to find a spot in your home, or in your kitchen I should say, to put your spices, and then they just kind of get shoved in there, but it's almost impossible to find anything unless you take them all out. So I took these Lazy Susans that I found on Amazon. They came in a 2-pack for like $12, which was awesome. I cleared everything out of the cupboard and only put the items that I use on a daily basis on the Lazy Susans. So everything else that I only use maybe a couple times a year with certain recipes just went at the top of the cupboard behind some of the other things that I use regularly. And this worked out really well. It's super functional and it looks great and it's much more streamlined. I cannot recommend these Lazy Susans enough.
Dance with you, I wanted to dance until my feet can feel the ground.
So I grabbed a cardboard box that I had in the garage because we always have an overabundance of these before recycle day, and I took all of the garbage and the recyclables that came out of the cupboards to put in here so that I could then just take them outside and sort them. And I was just blown away at the amount of stuff that came out of my pantry and my cupboards, and it felt so good to purge all of that.
I was probably too drunk, it's blurry, but I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now. And it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown, but what can I do? And it would be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why we try to fight it. Every time that we touch, the room caught on fire. We could blame it on the wine, but we know that we will both be lying. I wish I didn't want you. I was doing just fine, the way that it was. Then you hand me these emotions, didn't want them, but I guess that I'm stuck with them. They could go away, but I know they won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you. And maybe I tried, but what can I do? And it will be alright.
So while I was on baby duty feeding the boys, John emptied this cupboard out for me, and then I came back and wiped it out. These two were just probably the absolute worst. There's just so much random stuff that gets shoved in here, and I think it was maybe even worse because when we first moved in the house, we were still renovating a lot of stuff and just using whatever space we could. There were really random things. There was like a tube of caulk in here and some little knives and just random stuff we were using during renovations that I found in the very back. But as big as these cupboards are, there's really only that one space to use. So I got these little riser shelves that did help a little bit, but I still kind of have to perfect and figure out what exactly I want to put on them. But they were very helpful in utilizing some of the vertical space in the cabinet.
And maybe I tried, what can I do? And it will be alright. So let me down. We tried to let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you. Dive into you. Dive into you. Dive into you. And it will be alright. So let me down. Rather we try to let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you. You're gone now. Will you coming back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination. You're far away and yet so close. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you're up in space. You're inside the noise. I can feel you. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination. You're gone now, but you're coming back. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your
All right, you guys, I hope this video brought you some motivation and maybe some inspiration to tackle your own kitchen cupboards and pantries. I am really, really happy that I finally started this project. I am not even close to being done, but those were the areas that I used the most that I really, really needed to tackle, and it felt so good. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all in my next video.